All right. Well, today I'm working on making this thing show relationships, and actually, I have a little bit of the ability to draw the graphic, but I have to. Like this is what if a lot of people. I had the links curved more like planes fly, so these wouldn't be curved that way; they'd be curved this way. But I switched to this. But I'm going to be searching the web and automatically creating those links, I think, today. So before I do that, we'll, yeah, and those aren't the final colors or anything, and work on the graphics. I figured I'd zoom in here. Maybe I'll break everything. So for the Southern Bay. So let's zoom in here. First of all, let me say I added uh, Molyneux compound into this area. Is it swamps or just next to the swamps? Don't know. I also removed the wonkiest dude, whatever his name was, because he made an ass of himself last night. And got confused between this idea and idea for a debate site and talking for how a debate site that served conversation and argumentation and cooperative analysis, whatever you call it, a site for that structure. You know, Gary's into that. We've talked a lot. We have our difficulties coming to the same page in the end, but it's related to some of the technologies. But this is different. This is a toy I make. I'm not trying to get anybody to want to do this. I like making maps. I've made maps of many things. My stories, YouTube and philosophy, and just on and on. I could go on and on. So this is a way to make these maps and have them live and be useful for me. It's a toy. I'm willing to share it. I'm not trying to go, please tell me, Wonky. If this pleases you, I will make it. If not, no. Okay, so fuck off. Anyway, anybody is willing that it wants to. I had decided anybody that asked to be put on the map, I'd put them on. But because I think there's enough room there that, okay, maybe I'm not a subscriber, but I'll find out. Maybe this will help me find out. But I petulantly removed him and luckily saw this morning a request to be removed. So life is simpatico. Okay, so Semiurge Bay. This is a little town I've created where I'm going to be the mayor and I get to say who's actually in it. I haven't decided if I'll put people in it that don't want to be in it, because I can do that, right? Because their domicile is just wherever it is. Anyway, over here, who do I have? I've got Greytex Manor. Hey, wait a second. I know I created Hythloday. Oh, there he is. Oh, he said he was on top of a plateau, on top of a cavern. Plateau on the cavern, so I thought that was up the hill. He did say to be overlooking the Bay of Possibilities, so I did that. But at first I had him on here. But what kind of a plateau on a cavern is right down by the ocean? Not many. So there's Hythloday. There's me. And then there's Villa McCool. I miss Casino McCool. All right. Over here, I have kind of a science and information link kind of thing. So these are all, like I was saying, you know, there's special stations or projects or research centers. So you have the Bay of you have the Ocean of Illusion, and then off of that a Bay of Possibilities, and then off of that the Bay of Information. So you have Science City here, which nothing specifically in it, but it indicates how they're trying to guard the entrance to this bay. But on the other side, it's the AP guarding the press, so it's not the best watchdogs of information. It's just called all that. But anyway, this is the Associated Press, Al Jazeera, Berkeley, Stanford. It's all their their YouTube channels. Russia Today, a little bit further away from the Bay of Information. They're like a semi-socialist Fox News kind of thing. But and then here we have this channel 60 Symbols, which doesn't have. Is that what it's called? Let me look over here at another thing. first I had to click save every time I changed something, and that was annoying. Um, Now, when I move things around, it saves, but it's still possible for me to not notice that I'm not logged in and I don't really have it. It just warns you after you move the stuff and you can miss it. So sometimes I have, or actually the other thing is if you start typing something and then click somewhere else instead of finish it, um, you know, it clears it out. Because I know I entered that 60 symbols. All right, I have TED Talks here. They're more on the Bay of Possibilities than the Bay of Information. Could have moved them over there, but kind of close to Science City. But no, they're outside of it. And then over here is TEDx, hiding from TED. So TED won't find out the utter bullshit that they often do produce. Those some good talks, but everybody can do some good talks. Quality of TED's much higher. TEDx, oh my God. Anyway. Incomparable statistics. I have no idea what this is. I don't remember adding this. So here's a link. Open that in a new tab. Oh, this is a link somebody sent me about. Huh. Put that over in the man war area. Okay, this is Talking Point memo, TPMTV. Is that where they should be? Yeah, they're a little closer to real information. TJ Walker, these are all around the town of Progressive, some liberal channels. Turkish Villa, the Young Turks. Uke the Great. Uke Oraye. Uke Oraye? He's just a vlogger. I like. He often talks about politics, so I put him in there. Skid Row Abbey. Why is he? I thought, what the hell? I put him in the progressive area. I thought I had him over here. What do you got? 2 places or something? Oh, that's right. I moved him over to Liberal Town. Used to be over here. Skid Row. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking late one night, and I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, I think of more of as a liberal vlogger. So there you go. And then a guy named Secular Talk, part of the kind of a Young Turk kind of person. We have Conservatown. Now here's a guy's secular opinion. Why is he here? I think I should move him back down here. He's a Canadian. It's not that he's conservative or liberal, but he's down here guarding the world against these Conspirastasia people. Down here we have Conspirastasia. And most of the cities I haven't filled with the people that might be put in there, but they're kind of landmarks to put domiciles near or whatever. So we have Castle Von Helton. That's who's secular. You know what? I think we'll put Castle Von Helton up here because this is the point. These two are arch nemeses. And then we have Dutch Since, who does this weather map, believes the HARP, they're controlling the weather, and that the USGS is an evil, like CIA-like organization. The Morning Mayan, which is this, have positive vibes, kind of Alex Jones loving mystic. And the Gitaoists, same thing. This guy really pisses me off because he's like a worshiper of Nietzsche that doesn't understand Nietzsche at all. Like as if Nietzsche was a second coming or something, which would just drive Nietzsche crazy. Maybe we should put Conspirastasia out here. It's like it's a legend that it supposedly exists. So it was getting in the way of this shit. So anyway, he's kind of a gun-toting mystic as well. And last but not least, we have here, see this little tiny label? If we zoom in, it's a little hidden place called the Plateau of Self-Knowledge. And right below the plateau, Star of Sagittarius. Did you make it this far? Star of Sagittarius. So you're right below the plateau of self-knowledge stars. So that's a compliment. You're kind of off there in your own space, unique. You're not there because you're progressive or conservative. No, you're up in the mountains, right below the plateau of self-knowledge. And you can see all the people below you, and there's nobody on the plateau above you. But you could still climb up there, but you got to look up. All right. Once again, pretty much at this point, see, I was willing to put people even like Edward on this map because, look, it took me an hour to go over it. I'm going to be able to see all of the comments and replies and stuff back and forth between any of the users on here. And there's still a lot of empty space. So there's room to put a lot more people in. Now, I have something like 700 subs. Most of them are dead channels, I think, and then most of them definitely are not producing videos very often. Well, let's say there's 300 that do sometimes produce videos, or even if they wait a couple years, sometimes it's like the person comes back and produces a video. Geez, I think you could have 400 or 500 links in here and be able to see the activities. So basically I figured, you know what, if I'm not already a subscriber to you, I can put you in here. And when I'm done with the map tool, of course, there can be any number of maps, so it won't really matter anyway. Also, I'm thinking of, I've thought of ways to automatically populate a map. And it might be best not to even have a map background, just do it on a black background. But you could get all of the channels on there, and then you slowly move them around based on people that talk to each other a lot. They'd start to get clustered. And that would be an analytic way to show this space. But I specifically like making the maps, and because you make these philosophical regions, and it's a great kind of reasoning, deciding where to put things. All right. Wish me luck. Hopefully tonight I'll be recording a demo of where this thing searches YouTube, and you can watch as it displays the relations it found between channels with people replying and commenting to each other.